Tony, can you tell us about your relationship to the Rainbow Warrior?
Yeah, Hilda and I got invited to come with others for dinner on the Rainbow Warrior and to meet the Rainbow Warrior crew, including Fernando and the others who were manning the Warrior before it headed off, and just to look over the boat. Boat wasn't anything special, but just to see the Rainbow Warrior on the side, just to feel the energy of the people who gathered and those who were on the boat, and the support for the kaupapa, for the principle, was awesome. Taking it to the enemy really is what it was. Taking it into the mouth of the monster. Yeah, so we left there, Hilda and I, after dinner, we left there and we started heading home. And it was on our way home that we got the news that the Warrior had been bombed. And that I'm not sure that we knew that night who had died, but that somebody had died. So, yeah, we pulled over. I think we're just north of the Brenduin Gorge. At the time, we just pulled over and had a quiet tangi for the Warrior, for Fernando, for the kaupapa, and, for the people of the Pacific who were looking forward to seeing the Warrior come bring the message around and join us all up as one in opposition to the nuclear testing. Yeah, it was a terrible thing. And it was just Hilda and I at the time, so just stopped the car and I don't even know if we talked, just sat there and had a quiet tangi.
What's the ongoing relevance of this history for Māori?
It's that be strong, be committed, and know that the enemy will always come against you. Always come against you. But understand and believe that what you do is the right thing for your people, for your country, for the Pacific, and for your Pacific relations, and you can't go wrong. That's the essence of it all. It's not about doing what's legally the correct thing to do, make submissions all the time. It's about necessarily standing up and saying, no, we don't like this. No, we are opposed to this. We're opposed to the nuclear testing in the Pacific. We're opposed to the ANZUS alliance. We're opposed to impact bombing. We're opposed to AUKUS. We're opposed to the make-believe that we can be part of a nuclear treaty, but we're not part of it. It's kind of like, it's all right if we go and make a cup of tea for the Ku Klux Klan, but we're not part of it. You're in. Once you're in, you're in. The best way for us to be is not in. Stand back and say, no, we want no part of this. A nuclear-free and independent Pacific means we make decisions ourselves independently for the future of the people of the Pacific and for the Pacific itself. So, for me, that's the message at home. That's the message we take everywhere we go, anywhere in the world.
Where have you been, Hone? Have you got any examples? Any aspiring protesters where they might end up?
Oh, I've been all over the place. I got to go to the United Nations in New York, been to the United Nations in Geneva, carrying the kaupapa, supporting Native Americans, supporting Native Hawaiians, supporting the peoples of the Pacific. Just quietly trying to be strong in the face of so much overwhelming influence and money to try and buy them into silence, like how some of the families in Tahiti were quietly brought out. It's a sad state of affairs, but when you're cash poor, when you have nothing, there are tough decisions you have to make about life. And sometimes people make those tough decisions. So it's sad, but it's true. All we can do is share with one another, share strength with one another, and draw strength from one another, knowing that if we stand together for the whole of our Pacific, one day our children and our grandchildren will understand why and will thank us. If we don't do it, it's not that they won't thank us for it. It's that we will have let ourselves down. We will have let our tupuna down, and we will have let generations to come down. Because we are here we are now, it's not somebody else's problem, it's ours. So we have to oppose it as much as we can. That's why I say, like in New Zealand trying to get into August, is making a cup of tea for the Ku Klux Klan. It doesn't work. You can't play around with people like this. Say you're in with the devil or you're out. And there's nothing in the transport of nuclear weaponry or nuclear machinery or the storage or the testing of nuclear weapons anywhere in the world, actually, but certainly in the Pacific, that is of any value to any of us in the Pacific. And the approval granted by the United Nations for Japan to dump nuclear waste into the Pacific, without the approval, or with the non-approval, the opposition, the people's of the Pacific, just goes to show how much so many others don't care. That's why we have to care for one another.
What's your message to the New Zealand government?
Be honest, be strong, be independent. Understand that independence means independence. Independence from China, independence from Russia, independence from US, independence from Australia and UK. Foreign policy and setting a foreign policy that links us with our reality. We are a part of the Pacific. We're not even a nuclear state. What do we want it for? It is of no value to us. I congratulate the warriors who helped us make this a nuclear-free country. I want us to try and, make that a real a statement and not just a part-time one by allowing things to slip through our waters, by opposing it absolutely so the world knows. New Zealand stands with its Pacific brothers and sisters in opposing AUKUS and opposing the nuclearization and militarization of our beautiful Pacific Ocean.
Whakatau lava lawa whionga.